everyone, I'm Maureen Trant, and today I'm going to be presenting my EDU 709 Creating Project. Throughout the course of this class, I have done a lot of research on the flipped learning method. After completing the searching project on flipped learning, I decided that I would like to create my own version of flipped learning for my lessons. The flipped learning method follows the process of students receiving their instruction outside of the classroom by viewing instructional videos at home. Then, when they come into the classroom, class time can be spent applying their new knowledge and receiving help from their teacher and/or peers. For this project, I decided to use the free website builder Weebly. I have used Weebly for other class projects, and I felt confident that I could use it again to create a flipped learning site that included several different uses of technology. I think Weebly is user-friendly, and the free version has all of the features that I needed to complete my project. Many students with special needs struggle with counting money and telling time, both of which are very important life skills and a key component of independent living. Unfortunately, both of these skills are only a small part of the curriculum in the first and second grade. I know from personal experience that most of my students are lacking these crucial skills, and it is important that they learn them. I decided to create a flipped learning site where students will watch instructional videos on counting money and telling time. I have also included games that allow the students to practice these skills and quizzes that will provide the teacher with feedback. Based on the results of the quizzes, I will know how to group my students and who needs the most support in the classroom on mastering these skills. I would email this link to parents, and I would also provide students with a hard copy of the link to take home. Now I'm going to demonstrate my flipped learning site for you. When the students get to the home page, there is a brief explanation of what the site contains. Dear students, this site has lessons, activities, and quizzes that will help you learn some important life skills. Counting money and telling time are two very important life skills. You will use this site outside of school as a tool to prepare you for our in-class activities. When you come to class, we will continue to work on these skills together. At the bottom of each page, I've included a button for the students to click that will just take them to the next page. And that's a nice way for them to move through the lessons. But they can also always refer to the top when they need to navigate through the page. We're going to click here to get started. I apologize. Before starting the lessons on counting money, I included a video to get the students ready. Weebly makes it very easy to embed YouTube videos. Here's a preview of just a song that I chose to get students ready. Here's a penny, it takes so many just to make a dollar. Of all the coins in all the country, it just can't get much smaller. After viewing the video, they'll click here to go to their first lesson. For the first lesson, I wasn't able to find an instructional video that matched my learning goal of students being able to identify coins and their value. I decided to create a slideshow using Google Slides that matched that goal, and then I was able to embed the slideshow into my site. Here's a preview of the slideshow. After viewing the slideshow, students will take a short assessment on coins and their value. I used ProProf to create this assessment. They'll click the Start button and the quiz will load. It will tell them if their answer is correct. They'll click Next to go to the next question. It will also tell them if they're incorrect and tell them the correct answer. When they finish the quiz, they'll click here for their next lesson. For the next lesson, I was able to find a video that matched the learning goal of counting coins. Here's a preview of that video.
Welcome to our lesson on coins. So today, let's say you have a pile of coins and you want to know how much each is worth. And that's what we're going to learn. And this is really helpful because let's say we're trying to save our money for something or want to buy our
Then in the directions down here it says, when you have finished watching the video, click the button below to play a counting game. Choose level 1 and press go. Play the game until you have earned 10 fish. The students will click here and the game will open in a new window. They'll choose level 1. And they'll practice their counting money skills.
You got a fish.
Once they've earned 10 fish, they'll go back to the Flip Learning site and click here for their next lesson. At the end of each lesson, I've included a formative assessment. I found a really cool free site that has a lot of quizzes on a variety of subjects. It's called thatquiz.org, and the quizzes are already created, and as a teacher you just search through and find a quiz that matches your learning goals. When the student gets to the site, they will pick their name from the drop-down menu, and they'll start the quiz. When they finish the quiz, they will press finish and it will automatically email their scores to the teacher. This provides the teacher with great information for classroom instruction. The teacher will know ahead of time how to group students and the level of support they'll need. When they return to the site, they'll click here to begin their telling time lessons. The second part of my lesson covers telling time to the hour and half hour. The second lesson follows the same format as the first. I had to keep in mind that this site was built for students with special needs. I did not want to overwhelm the students and change too much for the telling time lessons. The telling time lessons also start out with a song to get the students ready. The students will click here for their next lesson. For the telling time lessons, I was able to find some great instructional videos on YouTube and once again embed them into my site. Here's the instructional video on telling time to the hour.
Welcome to our first lesson on telling time. So this is really exciting because we're going to learn how to look at a clock and tell what time it is. And this is really helpful because let's say we're going to school and we want to be on time. We want to know what time it is. Or let's say we're going home from school. We want to know when it's time for that.
I have also included games after each telling time lesson to help practice their new skills. So in this game, the students will practice setting the times. When they finish playing the game, they'll go back and they'll click for their next lesson. The next lesson will be on telling time to the half hour. They will watch another instructional video.
Welcome to our second lesson on telling time. So let's just quickly recap what we learned last time. We learned that if in a clock there's an hour hand, which is the short shorter and thicker.
After watching the instructional video, once again, they'll have an opportunity to play a game. When they finish playing a game, they'll click here for their formative assessment. They'll choose their name from the student menu, and they'll begin their telling time assessment. Now the students have completed all of their lessons. I also included a contact page for students and parents in case they run into any trouble with the site or have any questions. The last part of my site is a resources page where I listed all of the sources I used to create this site. Thank you for taking the time to view my project. I look forward to your feedback.